Welcome to SUN Business Valuator, the tool that allows you to calculate your company's valuation. SUN Business Valuator gives you the ability to create multi-year projections for your company in an easy-to-use manner. Let's dive in and see how you can use SUN Business Valuator to figure out the long-term value of your company. SUN Business Valuator is a member of the SUN suite, and as such has easy navigation to any other app in the suite. Simply go to the upper right-hand corner and open the global navigation icon to find all the other apps in the SUN suite. Also in the upper right-hand corner is the user management portal. Simply click on your display name to view your profile, log out of the entire suite, and toggle between light and dark mode. There is also an easy method to submit user feedback using the feedback widget. Simply click on the feedback widget to offer bug reports or to send in feature requests. We covet your feedback and thank you for taking the time to help improve the SUN suite. Like all apps in the SUN suite, SUN Business Valuator can be used on any device, whether it be on the desktop or on mobile. SUN Business Valuator is responsive to whatever size screen you are using and allows you to access the fullness of the suite no matter where you are. In the upper left-hand corner, you'll find the local navigation bar. Clicking on this will allow you to navigate to the home page, add new companies, go to the company dashboard for any companies you've made, navigate to the help page, or navigate to the about page. Let's start by navigating to the home page. Here on the home page, we have the ability to create a new company or to search and sort our existing companies. Since we don't have any existing companies, let's create a new one using the new button. On the first step of the new company wizard, we're asked if we want to import a company from SUN CFO Pro. SUN CFO Pro is the tool in the SUN suite that gives us the ability to create and manage first-year financial plans for any company in an easy-to-use manner. By clicking the Import button, I'm brought to a search list of all the companies I have made in SUN CFO Pro. I select one of my companies, and then I can click the Next button. I see that the company has been imported, and once I click Submit, it'll be saved to the SUN Business Valuator, and I'll be taken to the company dashboard. Here on the company dashboard, I can see overview about the information about my company, where I could also delete the company or edit the company info. I have the financial entry section where I can enter analysis settings, which are key figures that apply to all years of my valuation, or I can enter my yearly projections, which are my financial numbers for every year. Finally, I have my results section, which I can't really see right now because I have yet to enter my financial entry. Before I step into looking at the analysis settings and the yearly projections, let's go back and see what it looks like to create a new company from scratch using the navigation wizard. Opening the local navigation brings up the company list where I can see the company I've imported, but I can also still create a new company. In the new company wizard, I can click the Create New button, which brings me to my company info form. I can enter my required fields and any optional fields that I desire, and I can click Save. Next, I'm asked if I wish to use profit centers in my valuation. Profit centers are not a feature when we import from CFO. However, we can always add them on later, as we'll see in the analysis settings section. Using this toggle, I can decide if I wish to use profit centers or not. If I'm unsure whether or not I want to use them, I can use the helpful icon here to see information about what profit centers are and see if that's something I want for my company. Enabling profit centers allows me to either look at the company as a whole or subdivide my company into different profit centers, enabling me to have an understanding of the value of each different profit center within my business. For this company, let's use profit centers. I'll add profit center 1 and profit center 2 to my company. Now that I have these two profit centers, I could delete them if I find I don't need to use any one, and I can add any further ones that I want later on. Clicking Next brings me to the last step of the wizard, and once I click Submit, this company will be saved and I'll be taken to my company dashboard. The company dashboard looks a little different for a company using profit centers versus a company that does not. A company that uses profit centers has access to the profit center management card on its dashboard, whereas our imported company from CFO did not. Let's now step into our financial entry. The first step of my financial entry is to go with the analysis settings. Analysis settings allows me to either use profit centers if I'm currently in a company that does not use profit centers, or if I am in a company that does, it allows me to pick which profit center I wish to enter my settings for. Every profit center needs its own analysis settings in order to properly calculate its valuation. If you are not currently using profit centers, the analysis settings go for the entire company. As I enter the values, there are helpful pop-up definitions for all the terms to make sure that I understand all the financial terms I need in order to be able to trust the numbers I am putting into my company and ensure that I'm getting the correct valuation. Having set these values, I can click Save and I'm taken back to my dashboard. Because I imported from Sun CFO Pro in this company, I already have some results because my first year financials are already covered and imported. Now that I've entered my analysis settings, I can see certain KPIs as well as a cash flow by year graph. Because I only have 1 year entered at this point, I only have one data point. So let's enter some yearly projections and see if we can't change that graph. By clicking on the yearly projections, I'm brought to my yearly finances. This information was all imported for me from Sun CFO Pro. I can update my information here, or if I've changed it in Sun CFO, I can click Import and bring all that data up once more. When I wish to add a year, I can either click from the top here, or if I'm scrolling down and working through my numbers, I can use this button right here to add a new year. Adding a new year creates a new year that follows the previous year, and I now have the ability to either directly enter revenue, cost of goods and services, operating expenses, etc., or I can use this toggle up here and toggle between the growth projections, where I can enter a percentage value that I believe things will grow by, and the numbers will be calculated automatically for me. If I believe my revenue will go up by 10% in a year, the revenue automatically gets calculated. If, however, I know exactly what the cost of my goods and services are going to be the following year, I can just enter that directly and the growth rate will be calculated for me. Once I've entered all my information, I can click Save, and the year is now saved, and I have the ability to add another year as I see fit. All of my numbers have been calculated, and I have the ability to clear the data, delete the year, or edit the information and save to update my year. I can project out as many years as I want using SUN Business Valuator, though 5-year analysis is the standard. However, for this demo, I'm just going to use these 2 years and go back to my company dashboard. Returning to the company dashboard, I can now see that my KPIs have all been updated with the calculations from my yearly projections, including this new KPI of internal rate of return. I can also see that the graph has been updated to show that I have both years in my analysis. The results also has this button called View Results, which will take me to the results page where I can have a more in-depth understanding of all my valuation. The results page starts with this export button at the top. By clicking the export button, I can select either PDF, Word, Excel, or PowerPoint as my export format. I'll export as a PDF, and I'll see my report as a nice, clean PDF report. I now have my KPIs at the top of the screen, followed by a chart of my revenue, expenses, net income, net cash flows with terminal value, and present values of net cash flows, all organized by year. Finally, I have a series of 5 different graphs that allow me to have visual representation of all the information I've entered in my valuation. SUN Business Valuator is a powerful tool that allows you to take control of your future projections, empowering you to know the valuation of your company. You can get started with SUN Business Valuator today by going to startingupnowsuite.com or by emailing us at info@startingupnow.com.